I'm a Digimon fan. There, I said it. But I'm also a Pokemon fan. In fact, I might lean more on the side of being a Digimon fan, and that's okay.
Excuse you? Just kidding.
Now, I used to be ashamed to admit this around my Poke friends who pretty much just wrote the Digimon franchise off as just another knockoff of Pokemon. Well, I'm here to tell you Digimon is more than a knockoff. In fact, it's not a knockoff at all. But I'm not gonna lie, there's obvious similarities between Pokemon and Digimon. I mean, the most blatant being the name. Pokemon, Digimon, I mean, come on, Mon. Like any typical Pokemon fan out there, I was excited to hear about the release of Pokemon Sword and Shield later this year. I mean, getting to explore the wild areas to discover new Pokemon and that whole Dynamaxing thing in the Galar region where you can pretty much supersize your Pokemon sounds so damn cool. And I'm sure it is. But did you also know that there's a new Digimon title releasing this year as well? And I want more people to talk about this. Why aren't they talking about it? Digimon Survive is a survival strategy RPG where you play as a young character stranded in a parallel world, or the Digiworld, where with the help of your Digimon partner, Agumon, you'll have to battle it out to find your way back home. Now, I'll tell you guys right now, I am so glad there's so much hype around the Pokemon franchise to this day, but I'm actually more excited for the new Digimon game. I mean, I grew up both watching and playing all things Pokemon and Digimon related as a kid. I mean, both franchises kept my interest as I grew from a weeb boy to a weeb teenager and then later to a mild-mannered weeb man. I'm such an otaku. But as my gaming interests matured, the core games in the Pokemon franchise continued the same formula for each of its sequels. Aside from the addition of new pocket monsters, you pretty much had the same mission for each game: to be the very best, to be a Pokemon Master, and to defeat those gem trainers as you set forth to become the greatest Pokemon trainer of them all, conquering each region. So much fun, I know. But around Gold and Silver of the Pokemon franchise, I found myself longing for the colorful world of monster taming in console form. I only had a PlayStation at this time, and as a kid who loved anime, I wanted those worlds recreated in video game form. So I took to RPGs. And with the success of the Pokemon games proving that there is indeed a viable market for monster taming / fighting games in the West, we got such PS1 games as Monster Rancher, Jade Cocoon, Azure Dreams, and Digimon World. All games I really enjoyed because each were different and unique and brought a new spin to the monster taming and fighting genre. Even though the reviews of Digimon's first foray into the console world was considered underwhelming by game reviewers, fans of the franchise still bought in and Digimon World became a greatest hits title. Remember how coveted those were back then? Yeah. If you didn't pay full price, you don't have to anymore. The anime was widely popular with 7 different iterations, and the Digimon adventure films continuing the story of the original Digidestined from season 1 of the show.
Metal
One of the aspects that made the anime more grounded than Pokemon was that the Digidestined faced real-world consequences, coming face-to-face with death on numerous occasions. Sure, there have been Pokemon that have died in both the anime and the films, but Digimon showcased death far more often. Black War Greymon sacrificing himself, Leomon who died numerous times throughout the franchise, and need I mention the tragic story of Yukio Okaiwa? Here's a lonely man who had a single childhood friend where they both obsessed over the Digiworld and longed to visit the world one day. Okaiwa's best friend would never see that day because he gets shot and dies. Okaiwa becomes possessed by the disembodied spirit of an evil Digimon, and just as he recovers from the possession and is about to step foot in the digital world for the very first time, he gets Thanos'd and dissolves. His unhealthy obsession, of course, with Digimon is what led to his demise. Seriously, this was a kid's show! These characters had a lot of depth to them, and you ended up caring about the outcome of each. And these are the real-life stakes presented in the upcoming Digimon game, Digimon Survive. Real-world consequences where if you make the wrong move, it might just cost you or someone close to you their life. Now, I'm definitely looking forward to becoming a Pokemon Master in Sword and Shield, as I'm rather inclined to play it if I really want to maintain a healthy social life with my Poke friends. But, tell you right now, just so you know, as soon as I pack up my Pokeballs, I'm going home and I'm plugging into the digital matrix and cleaning up that poop left by Agumon. And I'll tell you right now, that's gonna be far more entertaining to me. Pokemon is about being the very best. Digimon is about saving the world, not just saving it from Team Rocket. Now, hopefully there's some other Digimon fans out there looking forward to Digimon Survive. And if you're out there, don't hesitate to admit it. Don't hesitate, please, come out. I know I'm not alone in this. Let's talk about it down below, guys. And check out our other videos here and for everything else, IGN.com.